go ahead and get started. So what's a middleman company? That's a good question. So a middleman company is simply a company that does three things. It finds customers, right? And I'm not going to keep you guys long because this is not a hard concept. It's very simple, very easy to do. And I have students that finish the course making money next day. So they find customers, they connect customers to businesses, right? And then they simply, we'll just put an M for middleman, right? So middleman businesses connect customers to businesses. So they don't do the work. They simply find the customer, connect them to the business by partnering with the business, and then the business actually does the work. So if you're not familiar with the middleman concept, let me show you that you probably are. You just never thought about it. By the way, if you have a question or comment, drop it. I'm looking at different screens. This is probably the last time I'm going to get to do this. And so I hope you guys get everything you need from this. I apologize. Hope you guys get everything you need from this. Because again, this is probably going to be the last time I'll get to do this training. So let's rock, right? So if you've ever heard of a company called Uber, the rideshare company, is a middleman business. The reason I know this is because Uber doesn't drive you around. An independent contractor does. So Uber finds a rider. Tell me if I'm right. Tell me if I'm wrong. A rider, and then they find a driver. Right. So Uber doesn't own the rider, doesn't own the driver. They simply connect the two, and then Uber gets paid in the gap. Middleman. Company like Airbnb, same thing. Right? Airbnb is a middleman company. Simply find someone who wants to rent your home, find someone who wants to rent their home, the rentor, the rentee, we'll just put it, the renter, the rentee. And then Uber gets in the middle right here, makes money by connecting the two. I'm sorry, Airbnb. Airbnb doesn't own the home. They don't own the furniture. They don't own anything. They simply connect you with someone who does. And then when they connect you, they get paid in the gap. So I figured, so what happened to me is in 2020, I got someone that reached out to me and said, hey, I need help moving. This is how I started. And so I was already in a position where I was, we were paycheck to paycheck. I had no idea what I was doing, how I was going to go about making money. I couldn't figure this stuff out. And so all of a sudden, guess what? Out of nowhere, here comes a phone call. And the phone call says, hey, if you don't mind, can you know anybody that can help me move? Well, sure as heck ain't me. I'm not moving you, right? So what happens is I connect. So someone reached out to me. It's a true story how I got started. Someone reached out to me and said, hey, I need some moving help. So I need a mover. Do you know anyone? I was like, yeah, I got a friend who's a mover. He could probably help you. And so I reached out to Courtney, Home Court Movers here in Dallas. Shout out to Courtney, still in business. This was 2020. And I said, hey, I got somebody. I texted him. I said, hey, I got somebody who needs some moving help. You want to help? He was like, what do they need? I was like, I don't know. He was like, find out what they need. I found out. He said, hey, quote them this. I gave him a quote and they said, yeah, I will do it. Right. So I found a mover, someone who needed moving. And then I found a mover to connect them to. So a customer reached out to me. I reached out to a moving company, connected the two. We were done. And then Courtney hits me up like 2 days later, said, hey, I made $800. What do I owe you? I said, nothing. He said, let me at least buy you lunch. Courtney cashed out me $50. My wife and I went to Chili's. I know. Not the steakhouse. It was only $50, went to Chili's. But for me, it was a big win because what I found out that day is that I don't have to leave the house to make money. I don't have to have a job. And that money is abundant. That's what I found out because I have been check to check, right? And so fast forward, I told my wife, I said, hey, look, if this doesn't work, by the end of the year, I'll go ahead and get a job. Now, I don't want a job. I've had a job my whole life. I've been fired from pretty much all of them, right? And so I'm not a good worker. I'm not a good employee, right? And so I've always known this, but I haven't known exactly what to do to create passive income. And so I decided, all right, let me reach out. All right, let me reach out and find customers for Courtney. Let me reach out find customers who need moving. And then Courtney is a mover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to family and friends, promote the business online, get on social media, Facebook, everywhere, put information out, promote the business, tell people that I'm a moving company. So I created a company called JJM Jumping Jack Movers. And then I said, hey, reach out to Jumping Jack Movers if you need a moving quote. Customers began to reach out. And I said, all right, I'll go ahead and take a deposit. In the first few months I was doing it, my deposit was only $50. That's it. I was taking $50 deposits, and I thought I was doing something. Now we do $150, but I was taking $50. It was a lot for me. And so I started booking jobs, and then I started reaching out to other businesses and building a relationship. And so before you know it, all of a sudden, I had 12 ISPs, independent service professionals, or just movers. I had 12 moving companies that were waiting for me to send them work. Now, the good part was I didn't take any of their money. They made whatever they asked for. I would just simply take a deposit. And so I still have that moving service today, Jumping Jack Movers, even though we don't move. But today I take a $150 deposit every time I close a job, right? And so let's say I can teach you how to take $150 every time you close a job. Well, let's just say you only do one job a day. How many? Just one. Well, Shon, that's not going to make me rich. I know, but listen, it's going to make you free, because at some point you're going to learn to do more than that, and then you won't have to go to work. And so if you do one a day, that's $150 a day. Not bad. But if you multiply that by 30 for the entire month, all of a sudden you're at $4,500 from your couch. Now, if you multiply that by 12, if I'm not mistaken, you're somewhere around about 50, we'll say 55K. Now, most people for the year don't even make 55,000, but I just showed you how to make 55,000 without leaving your house, without leaving your couch. And so this is where you want to be. This is why the middleman concept works so well. This is why I teach this. This is why I have over 200 students now. This is why that business is going to take off, and people all around the country are going to be like, hey, teach me how to middleman, right? And so since we put the company in, my company from 2020, when we started, that first year, I made a whopping, drum roll, 77,000. I know, not 100 grand, not $1 million, but for me, it was a big deal because I didn't leave the house and I didn't do any of the work. And so fast forward to this year, 2024, we're on pace to do 350K. So big jump, good for us. It takes care of me and my family. My wife doesn't have to work. I don't have to work. I work 1 hour a week. I'll get into that more so in just a second. But again, the thing that we were after the most, and what this gives us more than anything else, is simply freedom. So imagine that most people, imagine what you could do if you had 2,500 hours back per year, or imagine what you could do if you only worked 1 hour per week. 1 hour per week runs this business. You know how I know? Because I do it. I only work on Mondays, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. You know why? Because I speak with my virtual assistant who does all the work for me. I pay her. She takes care of my business. I meet with her once a week and we just go over the business. That's it. Now, in the first 30, 60, 90 days, I don't want you to have a virtual assistant, even though some of the students run off and get them anyway. But more importantly, I want you to learn your business. Then we're going to make money. Then we're going to get a virtual assistant. But learn how to do this. Get your partners, get everybody set up. Now, what am I going to teach you that's going to make you successful? What am I going to teach you that could take you from 77 to 350? And you could do it faster than I did it because I didn't know what I was doing. And I had nobody to help me. You guys have me, right? You guys have somebody that can teach you the business and show you how to do the business. By the way, if you have a question or comment, now's the time to drop it. And so I took the liberty of creating the business, letting the business grow, using the business to grow and make money and change my life. And so fast forward, right now, the middleman business does three things, right? So in the middleman business, what I'm going to do is teach you how to book customers. I'm going to teach you how to take deposits. That's where you get paid. This is what I've been doing for the past few years. This is all I do. And then I'm going to teach you how to dispatch the work to an ISP or independent service professional who goes out and does the work for you. Now, if you're reading this, and I know you are, let me ask you, where do you go out and physically do work? It's not there. And before you get to start questioning, well, you got to do some work. Well, let me ask you this. Where does Uber go out and drive you around? Is Airbnb employees at your house when you rent it? No. They simply create a platform where you can connect and get what you need, and they can get paid for doing so. And so you're going to create a middleman business that's going to allow you to book customers, right? So you're going to capture customer info. Customer's going to reach out to you. They're going to call. Sometimes they'll call you. Sometimes they'll text you. And sometimes they'll email you. I told you guys, this is not hard. It's very easy. And if you let me teach you, to change your life. And so you're going to take that information, and then that's a booking, and then you're going to get a $150 deposit on average. Now, I have some students doing 100, some doing 150. I even have some students that's doing 250 per deposit. That's a lot of money for not leaving the house, right? And so there you are, and all of a sudden you're 150 per deposit. Even if you do one customer a day, you still add 55,000 for the year. Let me ask you this. In a phone call, if you're on a phone call or a text message or email, it takes about 5 to 7 minutes to book a customer, to get their information. How do I know this? Because if you're in a masterclass, you know that I give you a script, a template. I don't just leave you dry. I give you what we use so that you can use it, right? I told you, you get a head start. I didn't have this, but you guys get to learn from me. I give you a script. You use the script on calls, texts, and emails. Good to go. I teach you how to set up your bank account and your merchant account so that you can use Stripe, PayPal, whatever you prefer, and you can start taking deposits. I got off the phone with a student today, or off a call, a training session with a student today, and no joke. And if he's on here, he'll tell you himself. He said, hey, he said, yesterday I got 3 calls from customers. He said, I just put an advertisement out, 3 customers called. And I said, what happened? And he said, I didn't answer the phone. I was like, what? He said, I didn't answer the phone because I remember what you said. I was able to get customers, and the customers were ready to pay me, but I didn't have my account payment set up. So I couldn't even take the payment. And I said, all right, just a learning, just something to learn from. But even if, and I said, but if you would have had to set up 3 customers that called you, you would have used the script and booked those, and you would have made yesterday, without even trying, without leaving your house, $450. But because he didn't set everything up yet, he didn't get that. And I said, hey, look, reach out to the customers. I know it was yesterday, but reach out to them, at least have a conversation with them to get you comfortable talking to customers. Now, you guys might be thinking, man, how do I talk to customers? Hey, don't worry about that. Listen, I'm going to give you a script. I've been doing this so long that I know the script without even, I don't even have to look at it. So and by the way, you get to choose whatever industry you like. So I have my favorite industries. If you want to know what I do, I'm in the moving industry. So I book customers for moving. So if customers need moving help, I can book that. If I'm in the cleaning industry, my cleaning business is not here in Texas. I actually book cleaning jobs in Florida. So if you're wondering if you have to do it in the city you're in, no. I have a student who lives in the country. Nobody's there, literally in the middle of nowhere. But I'm going to teach him how to open in a big city like Houston, promote your business there. Customers are going to call you. It doesn't matter where you are. You're not doing the work. So if you had to do the work, you would have to be there, right? So if you had to do the work, you would have to be there. So if you have a question or comment, drop it. Cleaning, moving. I'm just thinking of what the students do. I have students who do cleaning, moving. I have students who do TV mounting. I'll just put TV mount. That actually costs a lot of money. I paid $350 to have 2 televisions mounted. What if you could get them to do it for $100 each? That's $200 they get paid. Then the $150 you keep. Easy money, right? T-shirt printing and stuff like this. Print material, right? I'll do print. I have students who do AC and heating. I have 2 students who does roofing. Roofing is one of those ones you got to know a little bit about. It can make you a lot of money. If you take 10% of a roofing job, you might make $1,000, but you got to know something about roofing, right? I have students that do pressure washing with the little pressure washer machines. I'll just put pressure wash or pressure W. It's endless as to what you can do wherever you are. After you learn this, wherever you go, you're going to be like, I can middleman that. Because all my students say that. They're like, wherever I go now, I'm seeing stuff I can middleman. Window tinting, AC, heating, pressure washing, printing, roofing, lawn care, landscape. Anytime there's a business that provides a service, we know one thing: they need customers. We can get the customers for them. Because a lot of times these businesses can't answer phones. They're doing the jobs. If you're in the house moving, nobody's going to pick up. It's a small company. So I'll come provide you with the customer, take my deposit, and you can keep the rest. I don't care. The more, the better for you. So we build a relationship. You come back. I teach you how to do that. So I teach you how to find ISPs. I teach you how to choose the industry that's best for you. I teach you how to choose the city that you want to operate in. You can do multiple cities, but just trust me, do one at a time. You can do multiple industries like me, but just do one at a time until we learn, and then we'll grow. I always tell the guys, listen, don't worry about the money up front. The money's going to be there. Just like when my guy put out that advertisement, the money was there, but he wasn't set up to get it. So let's be patient. Let's get set up. Just think about that. His first day out, just running one ad, he could have easily brought in $450 for the day. Now, let me ask you, how many of you make $450 a day on an 8, 10, 12-hour job? Or how many hours would it take you to make $400 in a day? I'm just saying, how many hours would it take you to make $400 in a day? A lot, right? But you can literally do this from home. Again, you don't have to be a millionaire. If your bills are $3,000 a month to live the life you enjoy, and I can teach you to make $5,000 a month, it's not going to make you rich. But guess what? You're not going to need a job either. Your business makes money. You hire VA, they take over. You go to the beach. That's how I'm trying to live. I told you, everything's about freedom for me. This is the only thing I care about. Spending time with my kids, spending time with my family. What could you do with your life if you didn't have to drive in traffic Monday through Friday? How many people hate Mondays, right? Worst day of the week because you got to give up the weekend. And then Friday, your best day, feel good. You go into a Friday, you get Saturday off, and then you think you get Sunday off. And then all of a sudden, Monday shows up on Sunday night and says, hey, don't forget me tomorrow morning. I need you to wash. I need you to get your clothes ready, fix some lunch, start thinking about me. And now you're stressed out on a Sunday night, can't stay up because you got work on Monday. I've been there, done that. It ain't fun. All right. So if you have a question or comment, make sure you drop it. Somebody said, how much money is required up front for marketing? All right. So good question. So whenever I teach you to do your marketing, one thing I'm big on is I do not want you doing paid advertisement, any type of major platforms. And I have my reasons for doing that. One of the reasons is this. If you are in the process of getting, because remember, you're going to have ISPs to dispatch the work to. So in order to do that, you're going to have to actually get the ISP. Right. So I teach you how to bait and hook to get an ISP to reach out to you, because a lot of students are like, how do I get the ISP? Look, let me show you how to get the ISP to come to you. We're going to bait the hook like fishing. I don't know where the fish are, but I know what? They like worms. And if I put a worm on this hook, they'll find me. And so I'm going to teach you how to bait the hook. And then when you bait the hook, the ISPs are going to reach out to you. Now, if you go out and you do like Google, Thumbtack, all those, your phone's going to blow up. Right. And you're going to spend a little money on that, sure, but your phone's going to blow up. Right. And I'm worried because if your phone blows up, you're getting 6, 7 calls a day. I remember I used to get 8, 9, 10. You get 6, 7 calls a day. All of a sudden, even if you close, 5 of those, you're sure you had like $700 or more dollars. But now who are you going to dispatch it to? So I don't recommend paid advertisements up front because it'll speed your business up. And if you're not ready, if you're not prepared, and you don't know exactly how to book it, deposit, and then dispatch it correctly, and then follow up, make sure your ISPs are doing good, check in on the customer, all those things, then you're gonna be bombarded with calls. Sure, you're gonna make a little money, but it's gonna become very hard because now you have all these jobs booked and you got nobody to send them to. So I always recommend be very organic for like the first 30 days. if we can do one job a day, look, count this first 30 days as just a learning process in your business. So if we can do one job a day, 30 jobs for the month, just one a day, that's it. You take that one job. It's very important because, again, don't worry about the money up front. It's going to be there. These guys and girls are already there. They need someone to send them work. That's going to be you. And the customers are already there. They need the work. Otherwise, Yelp wouldn't be in business. Fiverr wouldn't be in business. Airbnb, Uber wouldn't be in business. Thumbtack wouldn't be in business. All of these, Angie's List, Craigslist, they wouldn't be in business if there were no customers. So the customers are there. These companies are worth billions of dollars. So the customers are there. Our job is to get our model down. So we want to get the blueprint down. What's the blueprint? Book, deposit, dispatch. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a movement. A year from now, we're going to be doing a conference. We narrowed it down to 3 cities, Vegas, LA, or Miami. We're going to do a conference, right? And everybody who's in the VIP, everybody who's in the course, we're all going to get together and talk and learn and train and make money. We'll probably be booking live calls from the stage because I know I can. Even though I haven't done it since January, I got this. It's easy. If I had to make $300 tomorrow and I was desperate, man, that's easy. It's easy. I jump on the phone. I got the script down. I was sharing with one of my students earlier that I booked a job from the garage the other night. I didn't even know who called me. I did it twice. And I made $300 in like 6 minutes because I had my kids. Call came to my personal phone, which I don't know how they got it, except maybe through somebody. So I went out there and I'm like, I'm not going through a script or anything. I got my kids. What do you need? They're like, I need moving help. I was like, look, it's going to be this. You want it or not? And both of the ladies were like, yeah. One lady said, yeah, I'll take it. The other said, how do I pay you? Bam, $300, 2-3 minute phone calls. After they said that, I just got the information. Now the script is better than that, but I didn't care if they booked or not. I had the kids. And so, but I still made $300. I think we spent it at Chuck E. Cheese or something like that, but the kids did. But it's so easy to make money that customers are ready to pay you. They're so ready to pay you. All you have to do is solve their problem. Hey, I need someone to come in and clean this house. Please tell me you got somebody. And then I give you the best script ever. My script opens when a customer calls me. Hey, I'd like to get a moving quote. Sure, absolutely. We'd love to help you. But let me ask you this. When are you looking to move? The reason I'm asking you this is because we're super busy this time of year. And we've also had to turn a few customers away because we just don't have availability. So with that being said, I don't want to waste your time, but let me ask you, what day are you looking to move? And now I got them. You know why? Because I led with lack. I took away the yes, and I made them want it so bad by taking it away. It's just human nature. You take it away, we want it even better. So I took the availability away, and then I captured the information and came back and said, hey, I got you. You ready? Yeah. I've had customers, when I read that script, I had customers that literally thanked me. Oh, thank you. I'll take whatever you got. So that script, something fire. I'll just leave it at that. Most you can tell you. And so I provide you with a script. I provide you with templates. I provide you with a script to get the customers. I provide you with the guidance to set up this. All this stuff's super easy. I provide you with the documents that you need to form a partnership with the ISPs. And I teach you how to do confirmation emails so the customers can have that too. So I teach you how to do all this step by step, teach you how to build a business. And it's super easy. Like I said, it's not hard at all. You're going to book, deposit, dispatch. That's all you're going to do. Choose your industry. As soon as you choose that, we're going to start working. So to answer your question, again, I would prefer you not to do a bunch of paid advertising up front. The reason being is because you're going to get bombarded with calls and you don't have anybody to dispatch it to. Sure, you're going to make money, but it's going to be a nightmare putting all that together and rushing through it. My advice, first 30 days, be very organic. Promote online, tell friends and family to tell their friends and family, use your warm market, get about a call a day, knock that out, learn your business, come back in month 2 or 3. All right, I got it. Let me choose a platform to start promoting on, and off and running. So again, guys, if you have a question or comment, make sure to drop it. And so that's really how simple it is. Now, again, you're going to use your phone. Remember, the goal is for you not to do any of your work. The goal is for you to get freedom. Well, how do you get freedom? Well, let me tell you how not to get freedom. If you sell your time for money on a job, you will never have freedom. Your job's never going to make you rich. They're never going to make you wealthy. They're never going to pay you enough to take care of your kids and your family. They're not going to give you that. That's not what they're there for. They're there to pay you enough to get by. You don't think they know that you're underpaid? You don't think they know that the price of everything has gone up? They know. They're just not going to pay you more, right? So my advice to you is make your own money, right? So when you're not at work, or when you are at work, like some of my students, they just get the customer to text them for a quote or email for a quote. So you get to tell the customer how to reach out to you. So if I'm working during the day, because I always encourage you, keep your job until this grows, and then you can leave your job. Don't leave your job right away. Grow this on the side and then leave your job, right? And then hire a VA within 3 to 6 months. Teach them everything you know. They'll take over and do the booking, the deposit, the dispatch, and you're done. So I used to work about an hour and a half a day on the business. And then when I hired a VA in January, I work 1 hour a week. So you tell me, would you like to make, let's stay small, $5,000 a month or $60,000 a year, working 2,500 hours a year, or 1 hour a week? You tell me. I take the 1 hour a week all day long, because I don't want to sell my time for money on a job. Jobs don't give me freedom. I told you, I'm not after the money. I'm after freedom. I want to spend time. You can keep the money. I want to spend time with my family. I want to spend time with my kids. I want to be a present dad. I want to spend time with my wife, do more things, enjoy life, go more places, take more vacations. What I don't want to do is be at work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, not making enough. And now I have to sell my Saturday and consider selling my Sunday. I'm missing my kids grow up. I'm missing events. They're graduating. I can't be there. I got to be at work. A doctor makes a lot of money. Absolutely. But if a doctor gets a call, he's got to leave his kid's game, leave his kid's graduation. See, I told you, doesn't even control their lives. The job does. So you can go through life selling your time for money on a job. That's up to you. I just don't recommend it, because it's not freedom. I'd rather make less money and have more freedom, because I know time's the most important thing. High paid slave. So Jordan, I think I was just talking about you, how you put a post out, and you had 3, because Jordan's one of the students in the class, and how you had 3 people to reach out to you already, just like that. Because somebody asked a question about paid marketing. And so I'm always like, don't go out and spend a lot of money up front. Let's learn the business, get everything set up properly so that you can start making money. And so speaking of him, here he is right there on time. So I tell you guys, everything I tell you is true. I don't make things up. I don't do that. If I was doing that, I'd be doing it for clicks. And I just tell you, you can make $1 million sitting at home. You could be a billionaire overnight. I'm not going to tell you that. If you're looking for somebody to do that, I'm not your guy. I'm not your guy. I'm the guy that's going to tell you, hey, I can show you how to build a business from your phone. In the meantime, keep your job. Now, I'm not showing you this to make you rich. Hopefully you get rich. I'm not showing you this to make you a millionaire. Hopefully you become a millionaire. I want to. But I'm showing you this so you can make enough money so you can leave your job and enjoy your life. If you didn't have to work Monday through Friday, what would you do with your time? If you didn't have to work Monday through Friday, what would you do with your life? Because you have complete control. So if you didn't have to go to work Monday through Friday, what would you do? By the way, guys, I'm telling you, this is probably the last time I'll get to do a live training with you guys like this. So take advantage of it. Take advantage. That's all I'll tell you. Because I'm going into group trainings with my students, and we're focusing on them building wealth. We're not playing. We're not waiting around. A lot of you guys, you want to be in the 90%, miss opportunity. We don't have time. We got to go. We got to go. We got to flow. We're not looking to miss opportunity. We take advantage of opportunity when it knocks. Be ready and go. So again, you get to choose your industry. As soon as you choose your industry, you're going to learn how to book customers. I help you with that. As soon as you book your customers, you're going to start taking deposits. See, I get you paid right away. In fact, the customers can't book with you unless they pay you. Isn't that nice? So I got to get paid, right? It's mandatory. I had a student on today. One of my students, we were doing some one-on-ones, our first call. And he said this, he said, I was watching your video, and then you were showing how you can make $150. He said, you were showing how students were making $150 on one booking. And he said, it takes me about 12 hours a day just to make 200. And he said, I watched you talk about and show your students making $150 in 5 minutes. And he said, as soon as I saw that, I knew I had to get in. And so we're happy to have that brother. I'm not going to put him on the spot, call his name, but we're happy to have him. We're happy to have the sisters we have, the brothers we have, the community we have. I'm thankful. These guys are thankful. We're going to build a movement. So while you guys are sitting there watching the games and watching Netflix and chill, we're going to be watching Netflix and skill up, right? We're going to learn how to build wealth. I got students in the class 20 years old. You know what your life's going to look like at 30 if you turn up on this? You'll be married with a family, walking in the house and say, babe, pick whatever house you want. Let's get it. Whatever car you want to drive, go pick it. Go touch it. They'll give you the keys. Sure, you don't have to make $100 million a year, but if you spend 5-10 years on this, and let's just say it gets you, because I've only been doing it for a few years and I'm at 350, but you guys are going to be ahead of me because you can learn from me. I didn't have anybody. But can you imagine what your life would look like? Let's just be low. If you made $350,000 a year in the next 3 to 5 years, what would your life look like if your income was 350, 400, 450, 500? Because a lot of you are going to scale into different cities. I'm going to teach you how to do that. Because if you can run that business in your city and you don't do any of the work, pick another city. Let's go there. Pick another city. Let's go there. Let's say, for instance, you make, because I was thinking about this earlier today. Let's say, for instance, you make, let's say you have one city, just one. And let's say you hear where I am, have Dallas. And let's say in a month, Dallas pays you $3,000 a month. That's it. Right. But remember, you're not doing work and you're doing this from home. And then all of a sudden you say, you and I jump on a call or in a meeting and you say, hey, coach, listen, I got this down. I can do this in my sleep. I'm ready to hit another city. What? All right, let's scale. Now you say, all right, I'm going to promote in Houston. I'm going to promote in San Antonio. I'm just doing Texas since I live here. I'm going to promote in Austin. And then I'm going to promote in, let's say, OKC. All of a sudden, you have 5 more cities. Now, what do you do in those cities? Same thing. Book, deposit, dispatch. I tell you, nothing changes. This is so easy. You're going to promote the same way you promoted in Dallas, the same blueprint you're going to use in all these other cities. Let's say low end, you get 3,000 in each city. This is the beauty of scaling, and this is where the real money gets made. In the first 30, 60, 90 days, I'm more concerned with you learning your business and your process than I am with you making money. After that, you can make as much as you want, right? So you do 5 cities, all of a sudden, you're at, what's that, 15,000 a month? 15K a month. And you're not even making a lot in each city per month, just $3,000. But the scaling puts you in different cities. Well, Shon, how can I do different cities? Because you don't do the work. You can do 100 cities. It does not matter. You're just going to promote your business, get a customer to contact you, book them, take a deposit, dispatch them. Again, this is life-changing. I hope y'all are as excited as I am. I do this and I still get excited. Like, wait a minute. How come they didn't teach me this? I had nobody to learn from. I was so burned out. I was telling one of my students today in a coaching session, because I do one-on-ones with you. I told you, I'm not going to leave you. I'm with you all the way. And I told him, I said, man, one day I got so burned out, and it happened a lot of times. I was so tired of answering the phone. I had to close like 10 calls that day. I probably was like $1,600 for the day. I remember my wife high-fiving, and that's when I started realizing I was going to do something nice. And calls were still coming in, and I was not answering the phone. I was like, man, I don't care. I don't want the money. I don't want to talk to anybody else. And that's when I knew I had something so good that I wasn't going to be able to not be successful. The job was going to be mandatory. It was going to make itself successful, whether I cared or not. All right. So somebody said, let's see, how long does it take to get an ISP on board? The way I teach you with the bait and hook process, and I'm going to be teaching live training. So when you get We Buy Homes, when you get into the masterclass is an 8+ hour training. You get to watch as much as you want. It's full of content. I walk you through all of this. And then as soon as you get out, we start doing one-on-one training. So I don't just leave you. I'm like, hey, what city are we in? What industry are we choosing? Here's what you need to do. Let's go. Let's make some money. Right? And then we're going. I'm looking at your promotions. I'm trying to change your life. Jordan said, do whatever I want. Come on, man. Probably work on a different business or expand in my current business. Exactly. So when you get freedom, you can do whatever you want to do with your life. You can do whatever you want to do with your life. right? And so book, deposit, dispatch, scale your business. Now that's just scaling to different cities. What I didn't talk to you about is you can scale different industries. So I'm in the cleaning industry in Florida. I don't live in Florida. Doesn't matter. I don't do the work anyway. And I'm in the moving industry here. So, and I do website design. To be transparent, we just started in website design. Let me tell you why I love it. Because the ISP wants 2,000 for the job to build a website. Now he charges 2,500, but he's willing to do it for 2,000. Now, what does that leave me? That leaves me a deposit commission of $500. So every customer we bring in, and we're just starting in this, so we're just learning, but every customer we bring in for website design, because if you pick an industry, the higher it costs, the higher your deposit can be. So and otherwise it's going to be about volume. That's when the money starts coming in. So we can take $500 every time someone books a website design. Now you might be asking, Sean, what do you know about building websites? Nothing at all. Uber know about driving you around? Nothing. They're not driving you around. What does Airbnb know about your house? Nothing. They're not there. So again, you don't have to do the work. But if you're afraid of doing any work, this is not for you, right? Yeah, this might be my last training, Jordan. Not for the students. Jordan, you're in the course. No, we're gonna. The reason this is gonna be one of my last live trainings because we're gonna start doing group trainings. So I want everybody in the course to win. So we're about to go hard. Yeah, we're gonna take over the summer. By the time the calendar changes, 2025, we're gonna have different lives. So that's what it's about. So this will probably be the last free live training where I'm just sharing it with the public and they get to see a little bit behind the scenes how this works. But I'll still be working with the students. So the students are good. And but free live training, I don't know if I get to do it again because my focus is now on training the students. And so that's what we want to build. So, but think about this, guys. If you could have your time back and still make money, what would you do with your time? How much would your family enjoy seeing you more if you didn't have to work every day? How much joy would it bring you to spend more time with your kids because you don't have a boss, you don't have a job, right? So if someone came along and said, hey, I could show you how to make money and live the life you want to live without doing hard work, without leaving your house and spending time with your family. If I came along and somebody came along and said that to you, wouldn't it be worth listening to? Wouldn't it be something that'll make your ears perk up? Wait a minute, what? You said I can work from home, make money, spend time with my family and still be good? How? That's what I'm going to ask. I'm going to say, how? Show me. Show me how to do that. So somebody had a question. I think I missed it. Somebody said, where do you find customers to book these appointments? So that's a great question. That's a part of the process of me. So Jordan knows he's in the masterclass, and I don't know if any other students are on, but they know. What I do is I teach you how to go out and get customers to reach you, the bait and hook, right? So we're gonna bait the hook so the customers can find you. So what do we know? We know that customers need service providers. They need help with something. We also know that businesses need customers. So we're gonna play matchmaker like Tinder. We're gonna be swipe left, swipe right, but we're gonna do it for service businesses, right? So we're gonna play matchmaker for service businesses like Tinder, right? And so Martha, you're simply gonna promote your business. So I'm gonna give you steps that you can take to get customers to reach out to you, and they're not going to be expensive. In fact, I don't want them to be expensive until your business starts making money, and then you pay for more advertising with the money your business makes. You don't take care of your business. You let your business take care of your business. Don't go in your bank account and go broke trying to buy leads. Don't worry about that. Let me teach you how to grow. You're going to make money. Then you take that money and grow your business even more. You reinvest, right? And so I'm going to teach you, or I do teach you several steps that you can use, Martha, to go out and promote your business and then get the customers to reach out to you. And none of them cost a lot. And there's a reason I do it. And then after that, you're going to learn to do paid ads. But again, it's not going to come out of your bank account. It's going to come from the business. When it starts making money, you're just going to take a portion of that money. So if you make, let's say you make in a week, you make 2,500 in a week, then you might take 500 of that, put it into advertising. So the business is going to take care of itself, not your bank account. I don't want you guys taking care of your business. This is not the kind of business you have to do that. I want you to let the business take care of itself. And I'm going to teach you how to grow the business so it can do that. Right? And so your job is to learn the blueprint, follow the steps, go out and get customers. Right? So not only is this probably, because I'm thinking it's probably going to be I know you guys hate to see me go, but it's probably going to be my last time being able to do these lives and share this opportunity. We are going to create a movement. In fact, we are creating a movement. Guys are excited, ready to make money and change lives. I'm excited too, especially because I got a lot of young people that's like, hey, show me. I'm like, oh my God, I wish I had known this when I was 25. You kidding me? I'd be a millionaire. Right? And so the course is, just to let you guys know, the course is going up in price. I'm adding a bunch of stuff to it, and it's going to go up in price. It's going to cost more. But there's some really, really good content in it, and it's designed to change your life. So what I'm going to do for everybody tonight, and I can't do this for everybody, but for the first 3 people, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a link. It's going to be the Middleman link. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can go to the website, to middlemanceo.com. I'll put it in here. You can go to middlemanceo.com and simply go ahead and grab the VIP. The VIP comes with me as your trainer. So not only are you going to just go to the gym, get a membership to the gym and start working out, you're actually going to have a trainer with you. So imagine going to the gym and you're not just there willy-nilly working out, trying to figure it out. You're going to have somebody there with you step by step saying, hey, do this. All right, now we got the body we want. Let's keep doing this. So you're going to be one-on-one with me. You're going to be able to do that. Jordan could tell you. You're going to be working with me step by step. You're going to be in group trainings. You're going to be in group settings. You're going to be in a community with everybody else. Jordan was telling me today on a call, and Jordan's a real student, so I'm so glad he's on because he can confirm it. And by the way, guys, I think you guys, after watching my channel, you guys know I don't fluff you. I don't just lie to you. I don't do that. So when I talk about my students, I'm telling you the truth. They can tell you themselves. And so we were on, and he was telling me how he was connecting with one of the other students who was having major success, and they were just going over some stuff for about 2 hours. That's what you told me today, Jordan. So everybody know I'm telling the truth. But if you go to middlemanceo.com, you're going to find the course is not going to be $2,500. It will be $2,500 very soon. But if you go and click it now, it's not $2,500. It's way less than that. Get the course ASAP. If you want to change your life, don't wait until the course is $2,500. The course very, very soon, and it's not going to go down. It's going to stay there. The course very soon, because you'll be making this so quickly, you'll be like, what? That's cheap. I've even had students tell me that the course is too cheap, but it's all good. Your benefit. So the course is going to be $2,500 very, very soon. Could be as early as Monday, as soon as we can get the stuff loaded together. My advice to you, don't wait. Now, if you want to pay me $2,500, sure, I'll take it. But my students know that it's worth a lot. And if you can get it on sale before it goes to that, go, go, go. So, all right. So Jordan said, hey, my job gave me a paycheck today. Happy that I got paid, but also very disturbed. My life is not worth $18.50 an hour. Come on, man. Come on. Say it louder for the people in the back, brother. Let them know. And Jordan's going to be a student that's going to come back. I guarantee you, because I just can sense certain things. Jordan's going to be a student that's going to come back. And Jordan's a young guy. I'm not going to disclose all his personal information, but he's a young guy. Jordan's going to come back 3 months, 6 months, 9 months from now, a year from now, and tell you how this course and how this middleman blueprint changed his life. He'll never be the same. He might be one of the students that come back and say, hey, man, I just opened in another city. I'm in 2 cities now, and I got 2 different industries. I'm doing this one, and I'm doing that one. Hey, man, I was sitting in a restaurant, and I saw somebody do this, and I said to myself, hey, I can middleman that. Hey, let me get some customers for you. Right? Real quick, just to show you how easy this is. My students know because I've showed them in training how easy it is to get an ISP. Remember, guys, it's very easy to get an ISP, independent service professional, to work with you. I'm going to teach you how to get them to reach out to you, not you reach out to them. They're going to reach out to you and beg you to work with you. I'm going to teach you that. Then I'm going to teach you how to get customers to reach out to you, right? So if you go fishing, if you know anything about fishing, if you go fishing and you don't have bait or a hook, are you going to catch fish? No. But if you go there and you bait the hook, fish are going to come to you. So I teach you how to get the customer to come to you, Martha, that's for you. I teach you how to get the customer to come to you. It's not going to be hard. The customer's going to find you. I'm going to teach you how to get paid by that customer. You got to pay me. You found me. Now you got to pay me. And I have so much fun doing this. I can't wait till we get to do the conference coming up next year. It's going to be awesome. We'll probably do it before that. I don't know. I'm just enjoying what I'm doing because since I hired my VA and I work 1 hour a week just meeting with her, I'm literally like Tommy from Martin. I ain't got no job. And guess what? I don't want a job. I want freedom. There's no rules that say you have to work hard. Find it. It's not there. There's no rules that say you have to work hard to make a living. None. In fact, I always tell you guys, if you find people that's working the hardest, you're going to find the poorest people on the job. If you go to a hotel and who's up and down the halls all day, cleaning restrooms, changing sheets, who's doing it? The hotel staff, right? The cleaning staff. They're working the hardest. Nobody in that hotel is outworking them. But let me ask you this. Who's making the least amount of money in the hotel? The cleaning staff. The manager's making more. The CEO is making more. Now, you might see the manager, but how many has seen the hotel owner or CEO? They're not in the building because they delegate the work. Again, they're not working hard. You go to factories, you go to Amazon, who's in there grinding? The employees, the workers, pulling orders, loading trucks, burning out. I don't even know if they even park their Amazon trucks no more. I think that they're stick shifts. They let them roll. They jump out. They throw the stuff at your door. Usually it ain't your stuff. It's the wrong door. And then they jump back in the truck halfway down the block and stop again. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how people go out with Uber and push strangers in their back seats. I don't know that. I'm not doing it. These people are nuts. You kidding me? I'm going home tonight. I know how people go and grab other people's food, bring it to the house and get no tip or get into it. I don't know how you do it. I'd rather be home with my family. When this thing closes out, I'm going to play on the floor with my kids. Renly's 1, Weston's 3. We're going to have some fun at home. We're going to watch Coco Melon or whatever, God knows, whatever these kids watch. Some Gracie's Corner. We're going to do all that. We might get out and take a walk if it's not too late. The weather's good right now in Texas, so we're good. But we're going to enjoy life. My wife doesn't have to, there's no alarms in the house. Well, the kids get up early every morning. I don't know how they do it, but they're up early. But other than that, there's no alarms in the house. You know how stressful an alarm is in your life? My God, those things stress me out because they always tell me I don't control my time. That's what they tell me. So We Buy Houses said, I'm ready to sign up and take over. Oh, wait a minute, you're in Austin? Okay, I wish you would have said that earlier. I got 6. We have 6 students in Austin, man. So you're going to have to choose an industry. I'm not going to tell you right now what industries they're in, but I have 6 students in Austin. In fact, I'm going to be in Austin in a couple of weeks, and I was probably going to do lunch because if I'm not mistaken, there's something. One of the students mentioned lunch at something called the Domain. I don't know if it's a restaurant or a shopping. I don't know, but. She mentioned meeting up at the Domain. So I don't know what that is, but you probably do. You're in Austin. I'm in Dallas, so I'm 3 hours away. But I was coming down there anyway with the family to hang out because I got a friend in Fredericksburg, which is out in the country. And he had an accident, so I'm going to visit him. But if you know anything about the Domain, I'm not sure what it is, but she said we could probably the group can get together, have lunch at the Domain. And so if you know what that is, then that's probably where we'll be. You're welcome to come get into that masterclass and let's roll. Yeah, you could take over Austin. Absolutely, man. We've got to put ourselves in positions to where we can have freedom. No more working 9 to 5. No more selling out time for money. look, we're going to run out of time. This life's going to pass us by. I did a video today about a 90-year-old guy had to go back to work. You don't want that to happen, man. I don't want that to happen to you. I hate that it happened to that guy. So our chance right now is to learn from that. And it sucks that it happened, but we got to learn from that. And then we got to take steps to say that ain't happening to us. And more importantly, it ain't happening to my family. It's not happening to my kids. So, guys, go to middlemanceo.com. And the reason I'm telling you this, because I'm only letting 3 people get it at the discounted rate. If you click and you're the fourth person to get it, you're going to see the $2,500 price. I told you it's going up. Don't wait. But the first 3 people, Martha, everybody online, the first 3 people, when you click it, you're going to see the discount rate. Get it. But for everybody else who's on there, and you see it at you're going to see it at the $2,500 rate, and it's not going down. I got a couple students told me it's worth $5,000. And I know why, because they're going to kill it and make money back easily. And I'm sure it probably is, and maybe one day in the future. But for now, the advantages for everybody that's here tonight, my gift from me to you, not only to say thank you, and I appreciate you guys letting me teach you this. Jordan's one of the students. Jordan knows how do you get the customer. Somebody said, Robert said, how do you get the customer? Robert, are you in the master class? The name looks familiar. Are you in the master class, Robert? By the way, I dropped the link. It's a discount link, middlemanceo.com. Go to it right now so that you guys can go ahead and grab this at the discount rate. Because if you're number 4, you're going to see it at the 5. Let's see. You're going to see it at the 5. See, I'm still thinking it's going to be $5,000 one day. I know people are out there selling courses for $10,000 and $20,000. I got you, but I want everybody to win. So I don't need you to give me $10,000. I don't need you to give me 5. You can give me $2,500 if you want, or you could grab it now for way less. But I would encourage you to grab it now and not worry about that, so we can start working together. I'm waiting on you. I'm ready to teach you how to be a middleman. I also had people reach out to me about the hoodie. So I brought one to the studio with me today. I do have a shirt, so if you want to rep your business with the shirt, we're going to do some different colors. But look, this is a movement, and this is the hoodie, Middleman CEO. Look what it says: making money without doing any of the work. So if my business can make $350 this year and I don't have to leave the house, that's a win. I know it's not $1 million, but that's a win. So yeah, Martha, I'm there all the way. I got students on the other platform. They can tell you I'm there all the way. So you don't lose me. When you register for the class, get it at the discount. You're going to get access to the course. You're going to go through the course. Everything that I add new, you get all that too. It doesn't cost you anything. And then as soon as you finish, you and I are going to start one-on-one sessions and group sessions like that. So I'm telling you, it's going to be life-changing. So somebody, like say, yes, sir, the domain, a nice spot. There you go. So I'll be down there in a couple of weekends with the students that are down there. I like to travel, and when I get to travel, I want to hang out with students. Soon I'm going to have students in every city, and then we'll be able to hang out, do lunch, and talk about making money, baby. So I want to show you something real quick, because I don't just talk about this. This is really how this goes. And Robert said, how do you get customers? Robert, I'm curious, are you in the masterclass, or have you started? Because the name looks familiar. I don't know if he's on or not. But Robert, I answered earlier. You probably weren't here, but I teach you how to get the customers. And I teach you how to acquire your customers, get your customers to reach out to you. So I teach you how to promote your business and then get the customers to reach out to you. I got to be honest with you guys, probably the easiest thing, a lot of these steps, the book, deposit, the dispatch, probably one of the easiest things. And I know you want to say get the deposit. The deposit's easy too, but the reason I kind of stay away from the money part, because I don't really want you to focus on that. I want you to focus on getting the customers and getting the ISP, and then the money's going to be there, right? And so, but the easiest part is going to be booking customers. I'm going to give you a script and whatnot that you could use so you're going to promote your business. Customers going to see you, reach out to you and say, hey, I need to get a quote. You're going to say, okay, give them a quote using script, using templates. I'll work with you on that. Depends on what industry you choose. My script is made for the cleaning and the moving industry. But if you choose another one, that's fine. No problem. We're going to work with that. You'll also have relationships with other students in the class so you all can work together. I'm telling you, we're building a community. Get in now. Get in now. In fact, I'm seeing more students pop on. Look, this July. There you go, man. And in fact, I was saying earlier that some of my students are telling me that not only is the script really good, but that my class is too cheap. And that's a fact. But I want it to be affordable because I want everybody to win. So, but the class is going to go up. So some of my students are going to be happy about this because they already think it's too cheap. But the class is going to go up very soon to $2,500. If you click the link tonight, you can get the class at a discounted rate. Please don't wait. You could wait to pay that. I'm all good with that, but I would prefer you save money and get started in the class. So book, deposit, dispatch. That's going to be what you do to grow your business and how you build it. I'm with you all the way. I'm also going to start bringing in people to teach you different aspects of like hiring your virtual assistant. I got a professional that's going to teach you how to hire virtual assistants and stuff like that. So hope you guys get it and take advantage of it. Click the link, go ASAP. By the way, I want to show you something real quick because I always talk about how easy it is to get an ISP, right? So here's a promotion. Here's a promotion from that I found on my door. So somebody simply put a flyer on my door one day, and I held on to it. It says Custom Cleaning Solutions. I love the name because it says who we are, what we do, which is cleaning, and then it says contact me, which is the phone number right here. I don't need all the other stuff. The reason I don't is because the way I teach you, I don't teach you to have the customers visit your website or anything like that. That's just extra steps. We don't need that. We need the customers to be on the phone with you, texting you, emailing you, calling you right away, right? And let's see, wholesaling houses. No, I don't know much about that, Paul. So, but that is middlemaning, I guess. So that is middlemaning. So I appreciate the comments, guys. And yeah, get in the course. Don't miss it, please. It's going to be life-changing. But again, you got to want that. You got to want freedom. I do. And we're going to get the right people in there. We don't want the wrong people in there. If you're not serious about changing your life, don't get in the class. I don't want your money. We don't want you in the class. Only people that's serious about it, because we want the right attitudes. We want the right people that want to change their lives, build wealth. You're the ones we're looking for. We don't want to pull and drag people across the finish line. That's not what we're here to do. That's hard. Not interested. I just want to teach you what I know, work with other students. Let's get wealth, right? And so I came out and I found this on the door one day, and it says Custom Cleaning Solutions, the phone number. Now, this is someone that automatically I know needs customers because they got out and did the work, right? And so all I would do is, hey, this is potentially an ISP. So let's say I say, look, I'm going to get them a customer. Here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to reach out to them and say, how much you charge? Bam, I charge this. Okay, gotcha. Are you willing to do it for this? Yeah, I'll do it for that. Right? So whatever that difference is. So let's say I reach out to this customer, this home cleaning service, probably super nice ladies, and probably going to hire them to clean our place. I told you I don't even clean my own home. So I reach out, and let's say this ISP who left their information on my door, I told you, they're going to come to you. They're not even going to know it. She didn't even know she was about to be working for me or with me, guys, not for me, with me. They're partners. So I might get on, and then she might say, hey, we'll do that house for $350, 2 cleaners, blah, blah, blah. That's what they want. And then I'll say, hey, listen, $350 is kind of high. Would you be willing to do it for $225? Then the ISP says, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it for $225. This because I want you guys to get it as low as you can so you can keep more money. But be fair. Hey, yeah, I'll do it to $225. Gotcha. So this means that the ISP is willing to do it for $225. The customer is going to pay, because I'm going to book at the rate the ISP told me, $350. But the ISP only wants $225. So I'll let you guys do the math, right? Because I don't like to lose you. And if I'm teaching it in a way you guys can't understand, that's a problem. So I want to make it easy. So if the customer, if I can book this job, C for customer, for $350, this cleaning job, right? 3-bedroom, upstairs, downstairs, blah, 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 right? 2 cleaners. And then the ISP, this person who left this on my door, it's going to be my new ISP. That person is willing to do that house for $225. Now, let me ask you guys, how much does that leave my deposit commission to take? How much money do I take out of this? I'll let you guys answer. I'll look through the comments. Real estate for 5 years. I can teach you wholesale. Middleman and wholesale houses. You're probably not talking to me. I don't do that. I'm not going out and look at anybody's house. I'm sitting on my couch and doing this from home. So if I got to go out and do some work, it's not what I want to do. I'll do it from home. But think about it. All of a sudden, the difference for the deposit is $125. So I captured a $125 that goes into my bank account. I got the customer. I got the ISP right here. They put the info on the door. I already talked to them. I know what I can take. And now I'm just going to send the work, book the customer, take my deposit, send the work to them, to this company, and then they're going to go out and do the work. I got to do whatever I want to do. See, so what did I make? I just made $125 just by finding a customer for that company. I didn't have to look for the company. They looked for me. They found me. And so I'm going to find them a customer because I know they need it. Then I'm going to book the customer because I'm good at booking. And then the customer is going to pay me $125 because I deserve it, right? And then I'm going to send the work to them. They're going to go out, do the work. I don't have to do any of that. I'll take my $125 and go home. Now that is life-changing, and that's how you change lives. Last chance to ask a question, guys, because I'm about to get off here. I got some errands to run. And let me tell you, just to be honest with you, you know what I like the most about this? I do like, don't get me wrong, I do like making a couple $300,000 a year. That's good. It's not $1 million. I know. Hopefully we can get the business to $1 million in the next 2 years. Now that we know what we're doing. But even if I was making $100,000 a year and it was enough to pay my bills and take care of my family, I'd be okay with that. Because you know why? I don't have to go to work. I'm free. Whatever we want to do with our day, babe, family, kids, I don't care what we do. We don't have to go to work. We don't have to get up Monday groggy and mad because we got to go do that. We don't have to do any of that. Let's just go create wealth and change our lives. All right. So click the link. It's there. For the fourth person that click it, you're going to see it at the upgraded price. My advice, don't wait. MiddlemanCEO.com is where you need to go. Please don't miss the opportunity to click this link. If you guys want to change your lives, it starts here. So click the link, get the discounted rate, and I'll see you in the training. And let's see. I'll give you guys like another 30 seconds to drop a question. And then if I see it, I'll get to it. If not, I'll go ahead and get off because I got things to do. And but I'm happy all the time because I don't have a job. Man, one thing I used to hate is like when I couldn't do the things I wanted to do because I had to go to work. Boy, I didn't like that. And so now I love the fact that I get to do the things I want to do. I always have money in my pocket. Well, I'm married, so my wife has money. I don't have much. I always tell my friends, they're like, man, you think I have money? No, I have allowance. Like, I don't get much money, brother. No, I don't need the money. I enjoy what I do. I know money's going to be there. All right, so last chance, and then I'm gone. I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed night. For everybody that wants to get in here. Oh, gosh. Ouch, Martha. Man, that's tough. So there's the link right there. Go get it. Let's see. If you have a question or comment, drop it right now. I'll check it out. Martha, I'm leaving something for you real quick. So I hope you get that, Martha. If you see that message, act on that really quickly. And let's see, see what the messages were. I know I missed a lot. Yeah, VIP includes one-on-one coaching, so you'll have me. You get to work with me, and so we're going to have a good time. Let's see. Hope to see you in the masterclass. That's it, man. That's it. Jay knows. Easy money from the house. I'm not sure, Jordan, if I'll be doing that. My focus now is going to be mostly on helping the students that we have to grow and build businesses. And if we can do that successfully, then we could grow the community that way. But my focus now, because if people want to get into the masterclass, they'll be able to go to the website and get it. I'll do as much of this as I can. I cannot promise I'll be on another night. I just don't know how it's going to go. But I just want to see everybody have success, win, leave that job behind, and create wealth and freedom. So life is about time. It's not about money. You can make money and have no time. Just ask doctors, ask lawyers, ask surgeons, ask nurses who work 15, 16 hours a day. Sure, you make money, but you sleep the rest of the day because you have no life. So I'm like, I want to make money and enjoy life. So click the link, guys. See you in the live training. See you in the masterclass. Start on it tonight. Start on it tomorrow. Get before it goes up to the 2,500 mark, and let this change your life. So somebody says signing up now. Can't wait to have you in the class. We buy homes. In fact, when I'm down there, we'll be able to meet up and talk when I'm in Austin. I think you mentioned what the domain is. I'll find out. I'll get on. I don't know if it's a restaurant or if they were just telling me. I don't know. We'll be in there. See you on the other side. Hey, let's go, baby. See you on the winning side. See you on the wealth side. People are out here relying on 9 to 5s that's going to fire them tomorrow. And you got no other way to take care of your family. And you're sitting there and you're playing a dangerous game. Your family is at risk, because if you lose your job, how are you going to pay for your house, your car, your insurance, your kids? You might disrupt your whole entire life, whole entire family, relying on one source of income. And I've told you over and over, you cannot have one source of income in this world. I'm not even telling you to quit your job to do this. I'm saying you can do this on the side, but if you want to quit your job, grow this. And then when it makes enough money, then quit your job, because your job ain't safe. It ain't secure. And it sure as hell ain't going to be here long. Who do you know working 5-10 years on jobs? Ain't happening. You better figure out how to take care of you, how to take care of your family. So if they fire you, you just sit there and go, wait a minute. What if I wake up tomorrow morning, I don't have this paycheck? What do I do now? That's the question you should be asking yourself, so that you can change your life. I hate it when I see people in bad situations and I'm like, man, I know I could help them. I wish I could get in touch with them. I wish I could say something to them and say, hey, look, don't worry, get up. I got something. I want to show you something. If you make $150 a day, that might take care of your family for the day. Put food on the table for the day. I've been there where it's hard with kids. I know. But I never want to go back, and I don't want you to be there. This ain't a channel about the struggle life. You can trauma bond on some other channel. This ain't that. I want you to win. I want to talk about winning on this channel. Life is hard enough. It's got enough curveballs of its own. I don't want them. I know they're going to come my way, but while I'm good, let me build something so I could be okay. So when I lose my job, fine, I got a soft landing. What do you mean? Well, I've been working on my business. We're up to $3,000 a month. So now that you guys fired me, I'm not even mad. I'm going to turn up on my business. I'm going 10x this thing, work even harder. You know what they're going to say to you? Hey, show me how to do that, because they know their jobs aren't safe. So let's go.